check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Okay. Microphone check. I know they finna start and everything, but if y'all can hear me over there, cause I'm having technical difficulties real bad over here, and calamities and all type of stuff. But I'm here, man. I said I got to come say hey to my family or something. I don't care what's going on. But if you can hear me over there, please let me know if you can hear me over there. I know I see Eric. I see Joseph in the building. Family. I got to change the title. I know they finna start soon. I know they finna start soon. I don't got a new television to this thing, and this thing is all over the place. We got Eric in the building. We got Joseph in the building. We got Ben and Yasharala in the building. We still here, man. And another thing, I'm finna start going to camp soon. That's another thing. That's the title, New Religion. Okay, let me go get it. I'm finna start going to camp soon, so y'all probably might don't be seeing me at all. But I'm home today. So just letting you know, we going to try to see each other on the weekdays. That'll be a beautiful thing. We'll see each other on the weekdays, family. But I'm trying to get out here in these streets, trying to get to know brothers because I'm Israel Watchman News. I got to get up out there. I got to get up in there. I got to start seeing people, man. Got to start seeing people. Okay, let me see if I can upgrade this thing here. Let me make sure everything is before they start. I say they must be waiting on me because goddamn me, they ain't started yet. They got to be waiting on me. They ain't started nothing yet. Was they waiting on me? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, shoot. Hey, Joseph, that's what we got to do. We got to get up out these houses, man. We need to get up out the house, and we need to start convocating. And that's what that was my goal. We got to start convocating with brothers that with the same goddamn me, one body. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to be tuned to one thing. Got to find your brothers and start convocating with your brothers. If you got an IUIC camp around you, go to them. If you got anybody that's keeping the laws and commandments and they got a gathering, go with them. Go over there. You got to start convocating. Yes, my family on the internet, I know y'all here. But if you need anything, you can always hit me on my goddamn email. If Tessa in the building, Miss JTC, put my email if you need anything. Because, you know, we just cash apps away these days. We cash apps away these days, man. Cash app. What else programs they got for us to, like, if somebody needs something, if somebody need help. If you're in my city in Florida, hit me up if you need help. I'm in Broward County, Florida. If we a family, we supposed to hit each other up. Hit each other up. I was missing in action because it's a calamity came across my family, and I had to go tend to that on a Shabbat last week. Okay, they started. I'm going to holler at y'all in a little bit. Right now. They setting up the press. Well, hold on. I got to get the volume up.
Father, we come before thee, Lord, not because we righteous above all, but because of your throne of grace. You have given us the compassion. You have given us the grace time to get ourselves together. We thanking you for that. We also thank you for the congregation that come together in one mind, in one spirit, that we may hear the words that you're going to deliver to Bishop, that you can heal our soul, that we can change our ways and be better. In the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ, we thanking you for sending your angels to guide us when we travel throughout the earth and set up your army. Set up your army upon this earth by sending your prophets preaching your words into our people who've been scattered throughout the four corner of the earth. We thanking you for that. We also thank you for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who has given us the strict commandments. If we love him, if we love you, we're gonna keep the commandment in the faith of his blood, Jesus the Christ. Teach us and humble us, Father, and remove from us a spirit of pride that can destroy us. And then we also gonna pray for those that are sick, heal them quickly and speedily. We also pray that, Lord, you continue bless IUIC, you continue bless this congregation, continue heal this congregation in the name of your Son Jesus the Christ. Our Father who in heaven, honor be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in heaven, let it be on earth. Give us each day our daily bread, and forgive us for our sin, forgive other sins against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from all evil. Let the whole congregation say hallelujah. 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 In your Son's name we thank thee, we glorify thee, Father. Amen.
Men of Israel, sons of God, patient saints, sons of God, hand salute.
Most High Christ bless.
Salute down. Face sisters. To the daughters of Zion, we say shalom.
Most High Christ bless.
All praise to the Most High, all praise to the Most High. That we finally have Bishop in New York. Your brother, give a hand of clap for the Bishop.
Well, praise it. It's good to be back. I don't like the smog here and all of that, but you know, hey, I'm here. Got my little mask in case anybody says, "Where that mask at?" I got my mask. There you go. So if I got one, you got one. All praise to the Lord. Today, quick. Who's been keeping up with Shout Out Tuesdays? Anybody? Right, that brother with the glasses right there. Yeah, you right there. What's the caparoti? Have a seat. Raise your hand again. Nobody can see that? I thought nobody pays attention. This is what I'm talking about. We go over things. Let me try it, Captain. Captain Young, what's a caparoti? See that? That's what I'm talking about. See? Alrighty then. So we're going to go slow. Slow. I bet if I ask the sisters, they might even actually know. Walk with the giants! Walk with the giants! Yeah, y'all love that. Mm-hmm. I thought nobody pays attention to. They go, oh, that's deep. Then they.
Now, Bishop, that mean that's Deacon Athan fault.
Yeah. Well, it's my fault too. I'm doing the same thing.
No. I'm gonna blame you for everything, Deacon Athan.
We're gonna go over. I'm gonna go over a lot of. It's not gonna be too many scriptures today, but there's gonna be a lot of note taking. Okay. I'm gonna put a few references on the screen. Y'all gonna take down the references of where we got it from. Let's open it with 1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 3. Do I want to go there? Do I want to start with that? Did something happen in the news that I was supposed to talk about today? Oh yeah. Hey, find that Christian thing. You know the Edomite that killed 2 people. Christian site over 100K. I'm gonna put it on the Telegram for you, cause I know you're slow. Yeah, I just forwarded it. Yeah, I just forwarded it. Let's put that on the screen. And this is to all you black Christians out there, you black apologetics, you hypocrites, you filthy liars, you. You will spend night on end to go against the Israelites. But when you see your quote unquote fellow Christians, can somebody who's reading for me today?
Officer Liam, Bishop. Most High Christ bless.
Where are you?
Right here, sir.
Okay, read that for us, Officer Liam. How are you reading? You way back there.
I can see.
Shouldn't no guy that's right over here
Let me move.
read? He can't see that. See, New York is
What? Oh
New
man,
York. Whoever's reading should be near the screen.
I can see. I can see. Yes. I can see.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir, I good.
Let's see this.
Christian crowdfunding site.
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding site.
Wow. Crowdfunding. Wow. You can't make this stuff up.
I can see it. I can see it. Yes.
New York, New York, New York, a hell of a town.
Christian crowdfunding site raising money for Kenosha killer Kyle Rittenhouse.
So Kyle Rittenhouse is the Edomite that killed 2 people and maimed a third. Go ahead.
Domestic terrorism for Jesus.
Domestic terrorism for Jesus. So all you black filthy Christians out there, you lying apologetics out there who make it your goal to have, what do they have against the Israelites? They have little seminars, how to stop the Israelites. How about seminars on how to stop your white Christian brothers from killing people? Go ahead.
The Christian crowdfunding site Give Sin Go is hosting a fundraising drive for alleged domestic terrorist Kyle Rittenhouse after legitimate crowdfunding sites like GoFundMe refused to do so. Give Sin Go, which self-identifies as the fastest growing Christian crowdfunding site made by Christians for Christians, has already raised over $100,000 for the Kenosha killer Kyle Rittenhouse, the domestic terrorist charged with murder after killing 2 Black Lives Matter protesters and wounding another.
So let's pause right there. $100,000. So I'm bringing this out because you got this stupid apologetics named Mark Reiser. I believe he's so-called Jewish or German, whatever the hell he is. He goes, in the Israelite community, 12 people was killed within the past 15 to 20 years or something. I don't even know what it is, some stupidity. But he never talks about these Edomites that go around brazenly killing people. Like, what's the Edomite that blew up the federal building? What's his name? Timothy McVeigh. Killed almost 300 people. He talking about the Israelites. Mark, stupid rise, excuse my language. Just make me sick. If I see him, I want to vomit on him. And the blacks, the dumb Negroes that follow him too. Go ahead.
The fundraising story for Rittenhouse reads, Kyle Rittenhouse just defended himself from a brutal attack by multiple members of the far leftist group Antifa.
Well, why was he out there with a gun anyway?
The experience was undoubtedly a brutal one.
I think he was underage as well. I think the age for the open carry in this state was 18. And I think this young man was 17. Go ahead.
As he was forced to take 2 lives to defend his own.
I told you Antifa is a terrorist group. I've been telling y'all for a long time. But Antifa's not the focus. Antifa is the Christians. That is the focus. These Christians are violent as hell. And that is today's topic. A new religion. You can take that off the screen. Today's topic is a new religion. Give me 1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 3. Now, we've touched some of the things we've touched on. You're going to be familiar with. You're going to go, oh, yeah. And some things you're not going to be familiar with. You're going to go, oh, shoot. 1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 3. Read that off, Salim.
Yes, sir. 1 Maccabees chapter 8, verse 3. And what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold which is there, and that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them, and the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they had discomfited them.
Now give me, let me see, is it 2 Maccabees 10, where we was released? 1 Maccabees 10, let me look at it. I don't have it written down. Let me look, is that it? That's might be, yep. 1 Maccabees 10:33.
1 Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 33. Moreover, I freely set at liberty every one of the Jews that were carried captives out of the land of Judea into any part of my kingdom, and I will that all my officers remit the tributes even of their cattle.
Now, what I want you to see is that the Israelites were scattered throughout Asia Minor. We were also in Spain. Okay, now, bear with me a second. Now I want to find something else. These things just popped in my mind. They're not in my notes. But you know how you're sitting and you're having class and you go, oh, yeah, I should pull that one. Give me the one where it said they sold the children of Israel for slaves. Find me that. That might be 2nd Maccabees. I'm not sure. Bear with me a second. Bear with me a second.
Because a lot of these things, when they happen to our people don't realize, you understand, history repeat itself. And if you know what I mean, like when Bishop talking about the so-called the Greeks, you understand that's we in the same. When you think about the Greeks, Rome in America, these are the same people. You understand? History gonna repeat itself because our people are so foolish to think that. You understand? History is not going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat itself in a level where you're going to be shocked. You understand? The same affliction our forefather think is the same affliction we're going to go through. You got
First Maccabees 3. I'm sorry, First Maccabees 3:41. Go ahead, Lava. Finish your sentence. I'm sorry.
You got. I was just do it for you to you.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves.
Hey, you know what this also now reminds me of? Give me NIV. I want New International Version Bible. Deuteronomy 20 to show you the stupidity of the way this new translation is. This ain't in my notes either, but it just popped into my mind as we're talking. I want Deuteronomy 28:68. Deuteronomy 28:68. And we're going to compare the translation with what we just read. Read that, Officer Liam. Blow it up big so everybody can see it. We're putting this on the screen to show you how the NIV has been erroneously translated. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, New International Version. The Lord will send you back in ships to Egypt on a journey I said you should never make again. There you will offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you.
You see the stupidity in this? Now let's compare it with 1 Maccabees 3:41 once again.
And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold.
They took silver and gold.
Very much.
Let's see for what reason.
With servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves.
So this shows you that this translation, this Deuteronomy 28:60 in the NIV, is totally wrong. Whoever, when you see, especially these stupid apologetics, they love the NIV. They go, look, see, the Israelites would try to sell themselves for slaves, but no one would buy them. Look, it's written here in the NIV. But that's not what the King James Version says. That's not what Maccabees said. And that's not what any other of the translations say. This translation was put together by the so-called Jewish man. And these is put out as war against the children of Israel resurrecting. Amen. That's why they put these things up. Amen. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Now that we got that out of the way for my stupid apologetic brothers and sisters, let's go to Romans 15:24. Romans chapter 15 and verse 24. I got a saying, I like me and I done. God, you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Romans 15, read that for me. 24 to 28.
Romans chapter 15, verse 24. Whensoever I take my journey into Spain.
Where?
Into Spain.
Go ahead. Well, I wonder why Paul was going to Spain. Because we just read in 1 Maccabees 8 and 3, you had Israelites in Spain. Read on.
I will come to you, for I trust to see you in my journey, and to be brought on my way thitherward by you, if first I be somewhat filled with your company. But now I go unto Jerusalem to minister unto the saints. For it hath pleased them of Macedonia and Achaia to make a certain contribution for the poor saints which are at Jerusalem.
So they collected money for the Israelites that were in Jerusalem. So don't none of y'all ever think collecting money is evil or wicked. It was kept up for the poor Israelites that were in Jerusalem. And this wasn't for the do nothing. I've got to stress this. This was not money for the do nothing Israelites. This was money for those that was involved in the work, for those that were widows indeed, and for the orphans. That's what the money was collected for. Come on.
It had pleased them verily, and their debtors they are. For if the Gentiles
Because
have...
you get a lot of bums that come in Israel and go, oh, he or she been with us 5 years. Nobody even knows their name, but they always got their hand out. You ever notice that? It irks my stomach. You have done nothing in this truth. Come on.
It hath pleased them verily, and their debtors they are. For if the Gentiles have been made partakers of their spiritual things,
Now these Gentiles is making reference to the scattered Israelites. Go ahead.
their duty is also to minister unto them in carnal things.
See that? You see that? If the Gentiles have been made partakers of their spiritual things, meaning they gave the understanding of the scriptures, their duty is also to minister unto them in carnal things. That includes money, food, clothing. Quid pro quo. Everybody understand that? You watch out. Later on, I'm asking what that means. Go ahead.
When therefore I have performed this, and have sealed to them this fruit, I will come by you into Spain.
I will come by you into Spain. So I just wanted to show you references that the Israelites were in Spain. Paul went to the colony of Israelites that were in Spain. Now, this was first century. Now I'm moving further up in history. Enoch, give me the book. I want the history of the Jews. It should be the first book. Let me look at it so that nobody. I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. Let's go to. It says, yeah, right there. Okay. Y'all see it? Now, I didn't put the name of the book up there. And the reason I didn't put the name of the book up there is not because I am, what's the term? Selfish. No, that's not it. I'm doing that because when we put the names of the books up, there's two reasons. We put the names of the books up. The prices, for some ungodly reason, shoots up like $500. Or it goes out of stock, out of print. So that's one reason. The second reason is there are people online who don't keep the commandments, and as we are going, they're buying the books right now. Not because they care about the truth, so that you can't get the book. That's their objective. So that the teachers do not get the book. You know what I noticed? You have brothers who don't teach a lick, but they got all the books. So I'm like, well, bro, you got all the books. What are you doing with it? Nothing. So why the hell are you buying it? Just so I can have it. See, this is the stupidity that goes throughout all Israel. We got to stop that. So the year of this book, as you can see, Liam, can you see the year of this book?
1818.
1818. So this was during the time of slavery, when there was no fear of us reading this. So at this time, they were, well, we can put it in. Them niggas can't read. Give me the next page. Let's zoom in. Blow it up. Let me see. What do I want? Start from the top, actually. Just start from the top.
My brothers, can you zoom in just a little bit more? Thank you. The Jews, finding themselves baffled in all their legal and illegal attempts to obtain a toleration in Spain and Portugal, continued under the spacious veil of Christianity to perform the Mosaic rites in secret.
So now let's pause there. What was happening at this time? All right, no, you could jump in any time if you want. What was happening at this time? They made it a law. You could not be keeping the laws of God. They said you must be Christian. What's going on here? Put it back on. What the hell is this, New York?
No, Bishop, that's just trying to make us look bad. We're going to take a deep breath. Bishop, continue, please.
Okay. So in Spain and Portugal, they made laws forbidding the Israelites from keeping God's commandments. They said you must be Christian. You cannot keep the commandments. Now, we'll read this whole history and go, well, what does that have to do with us today? Well, this isn't the first time that this happened. Let's go back real quick, Officer Leon, before we continue on. Go back to, give me, is it 2 Maccabees 6? Because it's not my notes. 6 and 6. Just to show you. Oh, you want to say something?
Yeah, they were referred to as crypto Jews. They were called crypto Jews. Jews who kept Judaism in secret were referred to as crypto Jews. That's what they were called.
Right.
They were pretending to be Christians, but they were keeping Judaism, the truth, in secret.
Now, the reason they were doing this, now, if you've been keeping up with Shout Out Tuesdays, we've been showing you that they were torturing us and sending some of us and separating our families and sending some of us as slaves on the west coast of Africa. Read that, Officer Liam.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts,
See that? That's what I'm talking about right there. Go ahead.
or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
You cannot profess yourself at all to be a Jew. You cannot be keeping the commandments. That was under the Greeks, what we're reading. Under the Greeks. Paul, that's all I wanted. Now, when we go back to this time period, this is in the 1400s now. Read on, Officer Leon.
Their aversion to a religion which they were compelled to profess externally.
Wait, their aversion to a religion which they were compelled to profess externally became more implacable. Our people had hatred for this new form of religion, this new Christianity. That's been paramount today. We were always against Christianity. Why? Because it forbids you to keep the laws. And now they got more clever. They go, well, Paul said we are not under the law, but under grace. And they use scriptures like that to dumb us down so that we will become an immoral people, uncivilized people. That's what they've done. Then they go, look at the Negroes. Look, they're rapping about sex and drugs and murder. Look at the and they're all Christians. Every Negro you see doing rap music, they all come from Christian households. Where does it come from? Here. This new religion. Come on with this, brothers. Come on with this. Delete this whole thing. Is that going on live? Delete the whole thing. This stupidity got to stop. Read on, Officer Leon.
The law of Moses was still privately transmitted from father to son in the vigilance of the Inquisition and murder of so many of their brethren, which was caused them to be more circumspect, must at the same time have rendered them more bigoted. Many who could no longer submit to wear the mask of Christianity.
Many who could no longer submit to wear the mask of Christianity because they was faking it. Go ahead.
Quitted their country.
Meaning they left Spain and Portugal. Go ahead.
The greatest part of the fugitives
They became fugitives.
have settled in England and Holland, and among the Jews who reside in these countries, those of Portugal have the reputation of maintaining the most respectable characters.
So those in Portugal had the most respectable character. We're going to show the ones in Spain and Portugal. Go ahead.
Large numbers of the Israelites have, however, remained in the dominion of Spain and Portugal.
Notice it's letting you know that those were Israelites. This is in the 1400s. The 1400s. From there, give me the next book entitled, it should say New York at the bottom. Yes.
Yeah, because Bishop, if they put this on books and passing books around, they're showing you they have our documents
Exactly.
in their possession.
Yes. They have all our documents in their possession. Okay. You see the, Officer Liam, can you see the year of this?
1850.
1850. Again, we were still in slavery. No fear the Negroes reading because we couldn't read and write. They made laws. Oh, let's go inside the book. You got to zoom in probably closer than that. Because I can see it clear on mine. Oh, it's pixelated. Okay, I'm going to read it. Can you get it less pixelated? Is it possible? Yeah.
Hey, I sent y'all something to show. The bishop mentioned how this is the same thing that happened with the Greeks. happened in Spain. I'm gonna show you who Spain actually is. Remember, Greece didn't. When Rome came into power, Greece didn't disappear. It emerged into one. It became the Greco-Roman Empire. Y'all remember that? Greco-Roman Empire, right? God sent you as a page. It's the very bottom, I believe. Yep, right there. Post that up. Like Solomon said, nothing new under the sun. Watch, watch. Come on. Looks frozen. Okay.
Vindication.
Vindication.
Captain Young, I think I'm gonna write you out after this.
Vindication. Hang in there, Philly. There's hope for us yet.
But you know, with all these history bringing out, to showing you these nations have a document in their hands, and then they pass it around their own people to make sure they know their slave they have, how to control them. You understand? That's why they can pass this history around. So you know that slave you have under you, who he is, what nation he come from, you know exactly what to do. That's why people don't understand. How could you get a servant if you don't know their history? You cannot get a servant you don't know nothing about his family line. You don't know nothing about him. So all these things is to prove to us these nations. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You got it? Oh, all right, back up again. I got it. Continue.
I'll turn stay in the spirit. Watch what.
I think they don't got knocked off. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure.
New York, you are the
There they
pocket
go.
right now.
Okay. Page back up, please. As I was saying, nothing new under the sun. What happened in Greece, among the Greeks, happened to us in Spain. This is my old book, too. Blow it up. Or we wanted to highlight a part. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Can't read that.
Yeah. I'm assuming the brother is nervous. I'm assuming that. You got to be merciful.
You ain't merciful, Lava.
Now I am now. Because I'm from New York. I am now.
All right.
Put the one that Ithan just sent you up there. The one that I sent you, put it up after Ithan's, and then see if you can blow it up. So, because I want the people at home to see it. That
Yeah.
way they know nobody
things
made
up.
it up.
You see, what y'all don't acknowledge. Listen, yeah, that is Satan. But you know what I want you to acknowledge is the history is coming out in its pure form. Guess what? We dealing with demons. I'm telling y'all straight. Some brothers here do got demons, dealing with demons. You understand? I'm telling y'all say I'm warfare. I'm telling y'all straight up. Some Satan easy to jump to some brothers who just destroy what we're trying to
Raise it up.
win for.
Raise it
I'm
up.
telling you.
So the topic is showing you Ferdinand and Isabella. Watch this. Now, the African descendants is referring to Israel.
The African descendants of those expelled from Spain
By who?
by the Romans.
By who?
By the Romans.
By the Romans. So the Spaniards, Isabella and Ferdinand, were descendants of Rome. That, you know, Rome, that Spain comes back to Rome. Okay, so they were Romans. The whole Spanish Inquisition was based upon Greco-Rome. It's the same people again. These are their ancestors. Yep. They hated us as the Greeks. They hated us as the Romans. They hated us as Greco-Romans. They hated us as Spanish. Same people.
Of Salim, look at the sentence above that, with the persecuted.
The persecuted Jews carried into Africa the secret of their oppressors'
You
weakness.
see that? So it's letting you know those are the Jews that was carried into Africa. Okay. Now go back to the other page. Let's see if we can get it visible. Because I'm blowing it up real big on my phone. But we want people at home to read it. Do you understand that? Okay, let's see if the people at home can read it. So no one thinks we're lying. Because people put up videos, oh, they're a bunch of liars. And this is why. Because
But you know that, yeah, I'm glad Deacon Athan say that, because at the end of the day is, you know what I mean, the white man, he will hide himself underneath title. Spain, you still white, you still red man. French, you still red man. You understand? He will hide himself under these titles. So when we read about the French thinking that this is not the European race. There's still a European race of people. You understand? So they will hide themselves under other nation title names. You understand? They will talk out the nation they conquered. So now we're reading about, now when we read the Bible, then we say, oh, that was Rome doing it. Oh, that was French doing it. No, those are white people. Not white, red people. Children of Edom. Those are the Edomite. You understand? Now we can read now, Master. We can discern what you have done for years.
all right.
Bishop, we're dealing with Satan. He's better leave it like that. Let Liam read it.
Okay, Liam, can you read that? I don't know if you can. Wow. Yeah, I got it.
Liam is reading it right now.
Liam got it too.
Liam got
Yes,
it
sir.
right now from the.
Thus, the Jews are a people who have ever, according to the prophecy, dwelt alone, without intermixing with the nations to this day. Now, this separate race, all descended from brown ancestors.
So the Jews descended from brown ancestors. Go ahead.
For Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob must have been as dark as Yohanan,
Go ahead.
if not darker. Exhibit every shade of color from the black Jews of Malabar.
So the writer of this book, the scholars telling you that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were dark skinned. They were brown, dark skinned men. This is written in the 1800s. Jump now the next part, where I don't have it underlined, it goes into the European converts of Khazaria. But jump down to the next highlighted area about the Spanish Jews.
Yes, sir. The Spanish Jew is always dark complexioned, and his hair is uniformly black.
So the Spanish Jew is always dark complexioned. Always. Jump down to the various.
The various shades of color observable among the Negro or African race tends to the same conclusion. Along the coast of Guinea, which is low, marshy, and hot, we find jet black complexion.
You see that? Mm-hmm.
And this is the very country from which American Negroes have been derived.
So they're still talking about the Jews. And this is what they knew back in the 1800s. Give me the next book.
Yeah, but Bishop, you notice that throughout our captivity, they say we are African. You notice that?
Yeah.
But now they've been knowing that for years. Now they put us in the title, we are African.
Yep. All right, who knows that Roman numeral there at the bottom? Type it in your phone, Google it, MDCCXXXV1. What is it? 1736. Very good. Let's go inside the book. That's not it. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. It mentions color. Give me the book. It should say, listen to what I'm about to say. It should say Samuel C. Bartlett. I need you to pay attention over there because I have it in order. Give me the. Let's get to the front of the book because you showed me the wrong one before. Yes, that one. Put that on the screen. You're giving me the wrong books and wrong pages. Right. This is it here. Y'all see the year at the top where it says March 1882. Now let's go inside the book. Can you see that, Officer Liam?
Yes, sir. Thus, the black. Zoom in just a little. Just zoom in. Right there. Okay. Thus, the black color is found not only in individuals as the black Jews of Portugal, but in tribes as the Bicaris, the Red Sea, whose hair and character are perfectly Semitic.
Right. Okay. I don't know why these pages blur because they're crystal clear on the thing. But anyway, go to Google and type in Bicaris so we can see what they look like. Bicharis. Right. Okay, let's click some of them pages, like that one. Y'all see how dark they are?
Yes, sir.
See at the bottom it says Group of Bicaris.
Group of Bicaris, Egypt, circa 1880s.
Right. Look at the colored picture in the middle with the two camels. Click that one. Okay. Yeah, that one right there.
Bicaris.
Yes. In Upper Egypt.
Upper Egypt, Camel Africa type.
Right. So what I want y'all to see, now go back to the writing, what the author said. Thus, the black color is found not only in individuals as the black Jews of Portugal, but in tribes as the Bicaris on the Red Sea, whose hair and character are perfectly Semitic, meaning woolly, right? Meaning woolly. So, from there, let's go to, listen good, it should say, no, give me Job 30:30. Give me that one. Job 30:30. Read that off, Salim. You can take that off the screen. It's blurry anyway.
Job chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat.
So the prophet Job says, my skin is black. Based on the references we just looked at, it says the Jews are black. Give me Song of Solomon 1 and 5, please.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Okay. Now, give me the next book. Go ahead and say,
It's not a woman that wrote this.
Right.
Solomon's song is called Song of Solomon, not Song of Solomon's woman, not Solomon's wife's song, Song of Solomon.
Right. Not the Queen of Sheba?
Not the Queen of Sheba. Song of Solomon.
Right. Give me the book. It should say New York at the bottom. It gives you the year. Officer Lamb, you see the year?
1850.
All right, let's go inside the book. It's on page 331. That's clear? You can see that? Sometimes you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. Make no sense to get upset. You just gotta laugh. All right. Let's read this, Officer Liam. Can you blow it up bigger? Start at the top.
Yes, sir. A new religion had appeared, differing in many of its doctrines and precepts from all those which had previously prevailed among the nations. It made new revelations of the Creator, of man's nature, deities, duties, and destination, and laid down new rules for his conduct.
This new religion they call Christianity today. This is the religion that our ancestors had aversion to. This is the religion that forbid us to keep the commandments. This is the religion that forbid us to call ourselves Jews and Israelites. This new religion is the religion here in the United States of America. This is the religion that made new revelations of the Creator, meaning what? He's European. He's a white man. You saw that with the Sistine Chapel. This is the religion that made new revelations of man's nature, not to keep God's laws and duties and destinations, and laid down new rules for his conduct. What new rules? Christmas, Mother's Day, Easter. What is it? Damn Dog Day and Baby Day. Yep. New Year's Eve, whatever the hell other days they got. This is the new religion that our ancestors were enslaved for not keeping. Their white scholars called it a new religion. Read the next highlighted part.
Here they plunder and destroy churches and murder the ministers of religion. There, when overcome by the professors of the new faith, they submit to the initiatory rite of baptism to save their lives.
So our people had to submit to be baptized to save their lives, because it was either baptism or death. You're going to be baptized in the name of white Jesus or die. So many of our ancestors submitted to this crap, this garbage. That's why we get shocked, a lot of you today, especially women. Can we get baptized? Can we get baptized? That's all they talk about. Nobody want to keep the commandments, though. It's the same thing back then. Raise it up. Let's read that.
Yet, such was the result in the descendants of the very men who nicknamed their leader for condemning their horrid and inhumane barbarities, were to contribute their share. Such is the power of the gospel of Christ.
Let's see what these people did. Raise it up. Let's get to the very bottom. Go ahead, read that right there. When the discovery.
When the discovery of a new continent at the end of the 15th century
1492
aroused the already wakening mind of Europe from the slumber of ages.
Right, the white man was coming back in power. Go ahead.
And set in motion agencies.
They set up the agencies was the Spanish Inquisitions that they set up throughout Spain and Mexico and Peru. Go ahead.
Of whose result we yet see only a small part.
We only see a small part. Look at this bottom part here about an army of Normans. Read that part.
An army of Normans called a distinguished general in contempt, Oliver Bonaccord, Trojan old man, because he expressed his disapprobation of their custom of amusing themselves after plundering and burning a city.
This is when Spain had war against us. Go ahead.
By tossing captive little children in the air and catching them on the point of their spears as they fell. Such were the men whose descendants originate.
Benevolent associations, talking about Christians. When it says benevolent associations going into Christianity, this is what they was throwing out children in the air and catching them on spears. It's the same thing the Spaniards did when they went throughout the Indies, throughout Puerto Rico, throughout Santo Domingo. It's the same evil. Okay, now give me the next book called Jews and Moors. I hope y'all taking notes, because I know if I ask a question, I'm gonna hear I don't know. And you'll be on the street and somebody will ask you something, you look like a rock. I should say, nope, it should say Jews and Moors on it. It's a green cover. A green cover. You see the green cover? Yeah, you got it. Put the cover up. Now, I'm only putting this cover up because we showed it before many times. All right, let's go inside the book. Right then, how come these things, do you see how clear that is when I blow it up? Why? Abiel, how come now, like The quality is like horrible. All right, talk.
Yeah, because when you're looking at, that's one thing I want you to understand. Now, we say we are the children of Israel. They make us thinking we delusional. When they was passing this thing throughout each other, throughout the, you know what I'm saying? Now we didn't think when we was in captivity. And we